Hey, what's up guys, it's Theo from Fino Concept. So today we are creating a save the date design in Adobe Photoshop. So let's just get started. Welcome to Fino Concept. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up our application. And once we have this, I'm just going ahead to import my image in here. Quick note, in this tutorial, I'm not really going to be talking about how to edit your images. If you're already here, I presume that you already know how to do that. So this is the image I'm going to be using and it is quite huge. So to prevent my computer from shutting down, please allow me to reduce the size. The shortcut I use is Ctrl, Alt and I to reduce the image size. So pixel wise, I'll make the height about 1500 and the width will be 1000 and I'll just click on OK. So you can see this is much smaller. Like I've already stated, I don't want my computer to struggle while screen recording and editing high quality images. Now this is an image I took by myself of a couple I shot some time back, so I feel a bit comfortable using their image. I don't think they are going to be complaining. Anyway, so what I'll do is instead of having the information on the right hand side or the left hand side like mostly I do, I'm having the information at the bottom. So what I can do is I can go into the shapes option and select a rectangle tool and draw a rectangle about this big. This is where all the information is going to be. So the time, the location, the date and all of that is going to be in this rectangle I have at the bottom here. Now because that is going to be so, then the image should push up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, the image is the background right now, so I'll click on this lock icon right here. If you are using an older version of Photoshop, you have to double click, but newer versions you just single click and it is going to unlock for you. So I'll place this somewhere at the top like so, and the save the date is going to be on top of their head right around here. So for that, I'll just be using the type tool and I'll type in something like save. Now I should probably change the color to I don't know, let's try to sample from here. Alright, now the reason for this is I'm not so sure which font I'll be using. I've used a couple of them and I feel comfortable with almost all of them. There's Bunch Blossom, which looks nice if I should add the date. Now you can see this is looking quite neat. So you know what, let's place it here for a second until I figure out which fonts to use. Apart from this, there's also Tomato, which there's also Gathway actually. There's also October Twilight, which I use for their actual program. So this is what I'm going to be using, but I quickly want to point out the tomato I was talking about initially. Oh, tomato. So if you look at that, you can see how that also looks like. But I'll just go back to my October Twilight. I feel comfortable using this one. So what I'll do is I'll just cut this out. I'm interested in the save much more than the rest, so let's work with the save first. So I'll place this somewhere over here at the top like so. Now don't mind the image being, and I think I can now change the color to whichever color I initially wanted to use. I will want to use the color from the background, which is also here, so that it can much better compensate for all these weird things I have in here. I'm not going to use the exact black. I'll probably go with a gray color. That's 2020. Wow, that was actually what I was going for. I'm surprised it picked it up on the first try. So I'll just type it in here. This is the color I use for my logo, so I feel okay using that. And if the save should come here, then the date should be much bigger, also about the same size, which is also going to be here. Then I'll have the THE much smaller, so I'll make it about 18 points, looks fine, and I'll place that over here. Now this is almost hard to see because the font color doesn't really work out well with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add in a stroke to whatever text I have in here. So I'll select one, I'll go to FX, click on stroke. Then I'll go ahead and select the outside version. So position is going to be outside, and I'll make it about 4 or 5 and change the color to white. I feel that white is going to make it pop a little bit more. Now once I have this, I'm also going to create a drop shadow so that it becomes much darker and the text is going to be a little bit more visible. You can see that from here if I play with the slider. I think about 70 should be fine, so that's what I'm going to be using. And the distance, I think somewhere around here looks okay. So I'll click on OK. Now what I'm going to do is place the exact same layer style on these two. So right click on the save with the FX here, the effect. Right click, go to copy layer style, select these two whilst holding down the control key, click on both of them. Right click and go to paste layer style, so it's going to add in the same thing. And I think I should bring this somewhere here. All right, now let's fit this to screen and see what we have. This is looking cool. Let's go ahead and save this as Untitled 3. All right, so I'll go ahead and I should have, in case you don't have this called rulers, hold down the control key and press R. It's going to show, and I'll just click and drag to the center like this, so it snaps in like so. Now I can add in the information. So first of all, we need their name, which is very important, and for that I'll just be using the polygon tool. So click on that and I'll make it a size of 6. I feel 6 is okay, so we can work with that. So I'll just click and drag whilst holding down the shift key at one particular angle, so I have something like this, and leave or release it. Now once I have this, you know what, let me put that on top. Once I have this, I'll make sure that the fill is set to 0%, so it's basically just vanishes, which is okay. And I'll go into FX and click on stroke. Now I only want the outlines, so that is why I do it this way, and I want the position to be inside. I'll explain to you why in a minute. So look at what I have here, and notice if I go back to the stroke and change the position to outside, it creates some form of curve over here. If you can see, once I start increasing the size, you notice that this is what we get. But if the position is set to inside, I hardly see that. There's no curve over at the edges whatsoever. So this is what I want. That is why I set it to inside. Now once I have that, I'll reduce the size to something like this, making sure it fits this small space I have in here like so, and I'll click on OK. Now I'll create a duplicate, Control J, and I'll rotate the second one about 45 degrees or 30. I'm thinking 90 degrees should be fine. And see, this is what we have. Now I feel that the stroke is a little bit too much, so I'll go back to any one of them and make it much smaller, so about 2 should be okay. And I'll copy this same thing, paste it on the old one, and we should have the same effect. So now I can add in their name. So we have Tony, which I'll be using the Gotham now, and I'll change the color to white so that I can see what I'm doing. This is too small, sorry, too big. I should probably change it to the bold version and use a font size of about 14, and I'll place it here. So Tony and this is also going to be here. Then I'll add in the, I've forgotten what this is called, ampersand sign, or I'm not so sure, but the and sign. So something like this should look just fine. Then I'll add in the rest of the information, like Saturday 21st November 2020. So I'll place that somewhere around here. Now this is too huge, or probably too long, so I'll make it 21/11/2020 instead. This is much shorter. Then I'll create a duplicate, so Control J, and I'll place the second one on the right hand side. I should probably change this because I'll not be using the bold version here. So let me just change it before I create a duplicate so that I wouldn't have to change it over and over again. So once I have this, I'll create a duplicate and I'll place it here. This time around is going to be venue. So venue is going to be Methodist Church. that is Gethsemane Methodist Church, Tarkwa, and also probably use the 12 point and have this somewhere around here. So let's go back and change this to 12 points as well. But I believe the date is quite important, so I'll just leave it as that. The last thing is going to be the time, which I should find a place for it any moment from now. So I'll have the, let's copy this, Control C. I have the time somewhere here. So TIME. Let's bring this up so that I can see what I'm typing. So that's going to be 9 o'clock a.m. Now, once I have this, I can go ahead and paste it wherever I want. So something like this should look okay. Now, you notice that I'm having a little bit of trouble with the placement. All I can just do is stretch this out and make the work much simpler for me. So I can just use the crop tool, go to WH resolution. I think that stands for width and height. Then stretch it out if I want it like that. But I think this is looking okay. If this is your work, you definitely have to do it like I just showed you. So basically, this is it. This is what I am going with. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like to watch more of my videos, hit that subscribe button, and as always, don't forget to share with your family and friends. This is Theo from Phenoconcept, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.